A team from South Shore Sanctuaries and the Duxbury Conservation Office placed identification bands on 7 young osprey around the South Shore on Wednesday.
How old do you think that is, Mom? 3 years for this. We do one annual trip where we band the fresh year's crops of baby birds, just as a way to keep track of how many birds each pair of osprey is producing each year. There are about 15 poles throughout the South Shore that we maintain actively, and on any given year there are usually about 10 to 12 active nests that we go and physically go to and check and see if they have any chicks at them.
We've been doing this for about 20 years now. We actually got involved with David Clapp, who's the sanctuary director at South Shore Sanctuaries, and actually got together and put up a few poles around the South Shore. And shortly afterwards, some of these birds started coming in and just began nesting there, and we've been monitoring them ever since. And the interesting thing is that these birds are on the top of the food chain, so they're really indicators to the environment. So if you think about these birds and think about if they're doing well, if they're doing really well, that means the environment and habitats that they're in are probably pretty good. And if they're not, if they're failing and things aren't good, then there's probably some sort of a factor that's affecting them. And that's how we knew that, PCBs and DDT was a problem with birds like ospreys and eagles, where they were declining because when they laid their eggs, when they sat on the eggs shells actually broke and there was no production until the environment got somewhat cleaned up. So it's been an interesting project so far, and we've had a number of birds recovered, one that was shot in Cuba, and 3 other birds that have been actually hit at airports and killed, and unfortunately we've had another one that was actually shot as well. So we've had some birds that have had some dramatic fatalities, but also there are a number of birds around that are banded as well that we'd like to retrap and see if they're ones from the original pairs that we banded early on.
I was wondering why they banded when they were young. I just was thinking to myself, so it would be lighter to bring down, and they would trying to get back so I could see the other one. I know. I remember the movie. Oh, I feel like I